Namaste. Welcome to the class. Thank you for attending. Today we're going to work on hips. Hips are really important. In the West we sit on chairs too much, which is really not good for our hips at all. So we're going to go through the range of movement on the hips today. So start off, you can either start off lying down and closing your eyes, or you can be sitting up and legs crossed and closing your eyes. You will need a chair today and a block or two, maybe a belt, so everything ready. And just getting your position for just a bit of relaxation before we start. And I'm reading more about positivity, we'll read positivity, and this is about some positive expectation. We can use our mind to create the wonderful reality that we desire by forming a clear image of the result that we desire and then expecting it to come true. There's a little saying here. Every day holds just as much promise as we're capable of expecting. Some people say, I always expect things to work out for the best, and they usually do. So if someone expects to be successful at an interview, find the ideal job, have good health, get exactly what they want out of life, then they are, through their thoughts and behaviour, setting up the conditions for these things to occur. Of course, good fortune doesn't always happen overnight. It may take quite a long while. But as soon as you picture yourself as a success, you will immediately start to move in that direction. Although the positive expectation of success is very likely to bring about the desired outcome, it's important to avoid an anxious attachment to the desire, a kind of desperate yearning, which can often have the reverse effect and inhibit the movement towards achievement. A desperate yearning is often doomed to failure, since it holds within it an inherent dread of failure, and with the emphasis on the failure, this is what can happen. So how does the magic formula work? Associated with the want or desire is an intention, and this intention provides the motivating force which brings into play the creative imagination that visualizes the desired outcome as if it has already been achieved. It's a bit of a long sentence, isn't it? The belief in a desired outcome provides the attention necessary to start the process of making the goal become realized. Keep in mind that the attention that we put on a desire or goal provides it with the energy required to make it materialize. The expectation of success creates confidence and is what promotes action, which is essential before we can achieve anything. Since however good our visualizations are, we will never achieve anything if we just sit there hoping and waiting. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. So the path to success is a 6-part process. Desire, belief, expectation, linked to intention, attention and action, where the first 3 are the initiators of the last 3. If any of these items are missing, then the desired outcome is less likely to be achieved. So we're going to have a positive expectation of our class today anyway. That's be really good for your hips. So if you've been lying down, come to sitting on a block with your legs crossed. Bring your hands behind you, and everyone's sitting up, lengthening up. And of course, just sitting cross-legged is pretty good for your hips because we're working here in the hip flexors here. Lifting up, and stretching the spine, lifting the top of the head, the breastbone without lifting the chin. Tummy starts to work, so just sitting here upright is wonderful. So you take a breath in. As you breathe out, can you release around the hips and the groins without anything else collapsing? So breathing in, breathing out. Can you release a little bit more? Once again, breathe in, lengthen up. Breathing out, just a little release around here. And can we dynamically change the cross of the legs? Okay, breathe in and change. And lift up. So how does that feel? Can you bring your feet forward anymore to support the knees? Lifting up still. So breathing in, lengthen up, breathing out, a release here. A heaviness in the legs, or to release here in the hip flexors and the groins. Again, breathe in, lift the front body and the back body. Breathing out, a little release, because there's always a little bit of tension there if you don't sit with crossed legs a lot. Okay, so we're going to stretch the legs out now in Dandasana, just very briefly. And then we're going to do a dog pose in a minute. So stretching your heels away from you and lifting up. Have your hands to support you, so you're still getting this good flexion here. And you're in this perfect L shape, we hope. And have a little toe wiggle. We always like a toe wiggle, don't we? And that's always nice to free the toes. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we're going to do dog pose. First of all, it's always good to stretching everything, isn't it? So onto all fours. Hands under your shoulders. Are you spreading your fingers now? Middle finger in the middle. How much can you spread all your fingers? And hands under the shoulders. Bring the knees hip width a little bit back. Tuck the toes. Big deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift the tummy in and up. Lift, lift, lift. And in this lift, you're getting that flexion of the hips. Any higher with the bottom. As you breathe out, tummy in, especially lower abdomen. Breathe. Keep the hips pinned up to the ceiling as much as you can, and then start to bring the heels down as much as you can. Don't worry if they don't reach the mat. And can you move all your weight back? Breathing in, breathing out. Shoulders away from your ears. Head just in the middle, released. And breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in. Breathing out, suck the tummy in and out and move everything back, 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 away from your hands. And then come to all fours. And then we're going to step forward with the right foot, so you can get it there anyhow, you can use your hand. We're going to do the little lunge. You can bring the front of your foot on the mat here, the back one, and come up. So, can you get this angle of the knee and the hip here? And so you've got this angle both ways, haven't you? So just place your hands on your your thigh there. And if you, with shoulders down, push down, then you'll be activating the front thigh here, the tummy, and then just slightly tuck your tail. So it's sort of dropping the tail and tucking it under while pressing here, shoulders down, and breathe. So that's, you should get this wonderful stretch here, don't you? Very good. Okay, open arms up. So lengthen up. Bring the arms back and down. Stretch the fingers. Look straight ahead. Breathe. And then bring the hands down. And back to all fours. Bring the other foot forward. other one back, and I think the front of the foot on. So you've got these two right angles here for your Angelina lunge. Right. So now place the flat of your hand on your thigh here. Push down to lift up. Shoulders down, lift the chest. And you should get this front thigh, the other leg that you're leaning on. Breathe. Make sure the elbows are bent so you don't lift your shoulders, looking straight ahead. The crown of the head lifted. The tail down, tuck slightly, and you'll get that lovely stretch. And then lifting up. Breathe. Try and keep the posture. Lengthen shoulders down, arms back. Stretch the fingers. So working the arm strength as well. Breathing. And come down. Back into dog with the head down. Breathe. Breathe in. As you breathe out, stretch forward into dog with the head up. So we'll do a bit of this because we didn't do sun salute today. We'll change. Breathe in. Breathing out. Heels down. In. As you come forward, breathing out and legs. Can you come forward a little bit so the chest is through, the heels are back. And dog with the head down again. Breathing in, breathing out. Hold there. Come through into dog with the head up again. Can you come any more forward? Shoulders back. Don't forget to smile so you're not tensing your jaw or your face. That often happens without you realising it. The shoulders back, legs stretch, heels back. How about the front of the feet? But don't let the thighs go saggy. Breathe. Back under, back to dog with the head down. And into child, toes together, knees apart. Head down, chin tucked in. Hands either side of your release. And breathing to come up and come up to standing. Okay. So, I'm going to stand in a good Tadasana. Feet together, legs together, and good Tadasana. So tummy in and up, lifting the collarbones, lifting the crown of the head, arms down by your sides, good standing posture, and really stable from the hips. The hips need movement, but they need stability and balance. So imagine you had some tight jeans on wrapped around here, and in here you just about squeeze them on. That's keeping you all in, but you've got those muscles to do that. So, and then from the hips up you can soar, the mountain soaring up into the sky. From the hips down, very firm into the earth. It's a really nice feeling now. Have we got good balance, do you think? Spread the toes. And we're going to balance on the right leg and lift the left one. You might want to use a belt if you want to straighten the leg, and you know you can't if you lift it up. If you can reach your big toe, you can do it that way and have the leg bent or straight. So as I lift the left leg, I'm going to stretch the right arm. And you may be wobbly, don't worry about this. Breathe. And then out. And back. And down. So just hip movement. And balancing on the left leg. So start to get ready, so how this one feels. Spread the toes. I am wobbly on here, so you will see me wobble, but that's fine. So as I lift the right leg, stretching the left arm up, lengthen and out. Back and in and down. So this time we're just going to lift the knee and bend it in. So balancing on the right, and to lift the left. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, bring it in towards you. Shoulders down. Can you let go? Keep the leg there. Lift the arms up maybe. Both arms. Hold in. Breathe. And down. Good. Okay, so get ready to balance on the left one, spread the toes, you've got good roots into the earth. So let's start to lift the right one up, breathing in, and as you breathe out, bring it in towards you. Hold. Can you let go? Lift up. Somebody's got to work now, hasn't it? Back and lift it up and down under control. Just stopping it. Have a little wiggle out on the hips from there. Okay, now we're going to do Trikonasana with the side of your foot against the wall. So you might have to change your mat or something, and you will need a chair. So, just move a few things here. I'm going to put a chair here. And I'm going to put my left side of foot against the wall and nice wide legs, toes facing forwards, and then I'm turning my right toes out to face under the chair. My hips are facing front and stretching out. You can bring this left hand behind your waist here, and what we want to do is really cut into this hip here. So we're going to stretch the whole of the right side. Lengthen, breathe in, breathing out. Now keep in line, the arm lined up with the leg and the body back, so if you're in between your double grazing here, and then can you slide the hand along and get more cutting in. So use your fingers, breathe in, breathing out, get a nice cutting in there, slide along. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely stretch. Then you might want to just stretch up. You have to bring the body back to be in line if you're completing the posture, but if your neck doesn't like it, just look straight forward. And lovely stretch. You might be able to even go a little bit further, but it's only by moving this hip away from the chair. Then come up and got to do the other side. So turning round and right side of the foot against the wall, toes in a straight line facing forwards. Then just turning the left toes out and to point towards the chair, keeping this right hip back now. So this back at the bottom here, mustn't come round. That's difficult to do, I know. So, trying to keep everything in line, bring the right hand behind your waist, but keep that right shoulder back. The arm in line with the leg, over the leg. Breathe in, breathing out. You can put your fingers there, cut in, and then stretch on the out breath. And do you think you're all in line? You'll have to check that's yourself. I can't see you. So have a look there. It's tucked in here on the left side. Right hip back. Okay, and as you hold it, breathing in, breathing out. You may go a bit further, you may want to finish the posture completely or not, but you have to keep the weight back. It's a lot of work, particularly on this leg, isn't it, and the hip here. A lot of things to think about. Keeping in line, keeping the legs straight, breathing, not tensing your face. Breathe in and come up. Foot forward. Let's have a little forward bend now. So feet away from the wall, about 8 inches or so, hip width apart. Lift the flesh of your bottom. Feel those knobbly sitting bones and try and stick them up the wall. So first of all, just extending forward, lifting the kneecaps there. Have a feel of the kneecaps. They should be really firm. That's good for your knees as well. But again, cutting here so you can fold over. So first of all, extend the spine. And you can have your hands on your hips, thumbs in the hip crease here. As you breathe out, come forward over the leg. Let the arms go now. Let the head, let the back of the neck release. So the weight of your head is the traction. All those brains, they're very heavy. Letting go, and you can feel the back of your neck. It should feel soft. If it's up like that, I can feel all the muscles there tensing. If it's in like that, it's stretching too much. So it's all about letting go. And the shoulders are not up by the ears, they're away from the ears and then released. Oh, and you just let go, just allowing the body weight to take you down. Nice stretch on the back of the legs, isn't it? Knees nice and open, legs really working, hips working. Oh, sometimes you don't have to do too much, do you? You can just hang about there. Okay, and to come up, bring your hands just above the ankles here. Look up, lengthen the spine. Place your hands against the wall, push with your fingertips, breathe in and come up with a straight back. Tummy has to work. And release. Have a little wiggle out. We'll just do warrior one, but the heel up the wall. So left heel up the wall, step forward with the right. Use the chair to bring you forward. So you need to be nice and wide. Bend the knee so you get this nice angle. It can be a bit less of an angle, but not over the foot. And then we've got to press and come up, haven't we? So tummy's got to work, lower abdomen. Tails down. And stretch up. Breathe. And again, if you press on that leg, you can, back leg, you can get that, the hip comes forward more as it should. If you don't, it will move away. And put a hand on the chair and come up and bring the other foot against the chair and step forward the other leg. So the heel up the wall a little bit, toes facing forward. And just drop this right hip. Try and get this angle here if you can, or almost. And then bring the right hip round. So very stable on this back leg. And then lift up. Now, really press with that back leg, and that right hip will come forward and stay in line of the other one. So you can have a feel around there. Check that. Tummy working a bit more, I think I could. Stretch up. Breathe. Keep that front knee in place, working the back leg. Lengthen up, tail down. Lower abdomen in. Breathe. Fix your hands forward on the chair and come up to here. And release. And have a little wiggle round.
25 minutes. Done.
Okay, and just standing, asking for a moment. We're going to have a lie down now, and we're going to do Happy Baby. So, lying down, excuse me, lying down on your mat, with your feet on the mat, shoulders and chin down, start to walk your feet in towards you. Just first of all hold the back of the thighs and bring them in towards you. So we're aiming towards the shoulders with our knees towards the shoulders without lifting the bottom part. So that stays down. And then let's see what you can reach. If it's just your ankles, it's fine enough. The sides of your feet is really good. And so breathing in. As you breathe out, bring your knees towards your armpits. Breathe in, breathing out. Knees towards your armpits. Is your bottom down? Is the chin and shoulders down? Little rock side to side, just a tiny, tiny rock side to side. And again, breathing in. As you breathe out, bring the knees towards the underarms. And I think baby's always smiling with this, and always trying to makes me smile. So you can have another little rock, side to side. And breathe in, breathing out. Can you get the knees down any more without lifting the bottom too much? So you will feel some movement here. There's quite a bend of in the hip crease here. So, and then, if you can get hold of the big toes, and then straighten. So you can get hold of lower down in the leg, but can you straighten your legs now? Shoulders down, and bottom down, shoulders away from your ears, and get a nice leg stretch from there. Breathing in and breathing out. So this is part of your inversion here. Your legs up, breathe in, breathing out. You can support them here. You could have your elbows down and support behind your knees. That's very relaxing, stretching the heels. Nice strong legs. So pressing down and the sacrum and the lower back, lower abdomen, and breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. You might get a little bit wider just by releasing, never by forcing. So breathing in, breathing out. Holding it there. Starting to close up. Bend the knees in. Place one foot on the mat and the other foot on the mat. Walk the feet in. Bend the knees into your chest. We'll walk the right side to push up. And come up to sitting on the mat in Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. And start to walk the bottom forward. Some people need just something to support their knees, a block or a couple of cushions. And you hold your ankles, lift the chest, bring the shoulders back. Breathing in, breathing out. And can you now open the book so you've got the little toe side of the foot together, and then you're opening your feet out. You're opening the book there. So the outside of your feet is the spine. Well, there might be a little gap for your insteps there. And then if you come a little bit forward, only if your hips don't mind this too much, although you will feel something, but not pain. Breathing in, breathing out, a little bit coming forward will release a little bit in the hips and groins there. And lift the breastbone a little and smile, breathing in, breathing out. Bring the feet back together. Can you bring your hands under the feet here and sit up from there? So lifting the chest, the shoulders back. As you breathe out, releasing the groins, hips, the knees. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, together. And now we're going to do the pigeon. So I shall put up here to do that. So I'm going to go on all fours. And then we're going to bring the right knee to the right wrist and bring the foot forward, and then stretch the other leg back and bring the hands back under the shoulders. Okay, now have a look there. You can see quite clearly the front of the foot should be on the mat without twisting the ankle, because this happens if you're not paying attention to that. And then starting to get in line here with the shoulder coming forward and trying to get this more forward. If you're really lopsided, you can bring a block or a cushion under that right hip. Okay, see what you can do, or you could have a cushion. So, bring the hands back, chest facing forward to your pigeon pose. I like to stretch forward, forward, forward here, over the leg. Now you will feel the stretch, but I think it's a lovely stretch. So try not to lean over and fall off the leg. Forehead down. Really stretch that leg back, stretch the arms forward. It's a lovely, lovely stretch. If it's too much for you, then just come back a bit or stay sitting up. Here. Now, can you bring that back leg forward and then bring it round here? I'll turn around so you can see this, but you don't have to. And one knee's on top of the other. Foot. Hands back. So we're trying to get that evenness here. Sitting up. Could do the arms as well, so bringing the right arm up, left arm back, there, come out. Now, if you normally do half lotus, you can go into half lotus. Just start to go slowly, do not ever force anything. If you can do that, that's fine. If you can't, just cross your legs. Okay, sit up. Side with the pigeon, haven't we? So come back to all fours, bring the left knee to your wrist, stretch the right leg back, have a look, make sure it's really stretched back, front of the foot on the mat, and start to bring this foot forward. Try to even up the hips, even if you need something under here. Actually, and try and bring this foot forward, this right one, hands under the shoulders, lift the chest, shoulders back, that pigeon chest, it's quite a big stretch on the back, so as long as it's only sweet pain and not proper pain, that's fine. I think it's quite a nice stretch. There, just put a bit of weight on the leg, stretch the arms forward. I haven't got much room here, but I should put on a bit forward. So keep stretching back with the leg, and just putting that bit of weight here will really work there. Just breathe. Start to walk back, back, back. Up. Now bring this back leg forward, cross it over the other one, and then back to when we cross my legs.
10 minutes gone.
And try and get some evenness here. Don't worry if you can't quite do that, you can just do a little bit, that's fine. See how far you can go. Either side sitting up. And then you might be able to bring the arms, opposite arm to the leg that's in front, sitting up, and if you can't quite reach behind, don't worry, just do your best. And try and get some evenness, the balance in the posture. Breathing. When you breathe out, when you feel the big stretch, try and release there. That will really help you to do more and to release, and just gently working those hips. Okay, so come up here with the arms. So if you can do lotus comfortably, half lotus, or even full lotus, then you can do that. Support, you might need support. This one's not as good as the other one for me. Sitting up. Very carefully coming out of that and into Dandasana. So stretching those legs forward and out again. Hands behind, so you're sitting up nicely. And then placing your feet on the mat, lying down. Very simple twist with the arms out, feet and knees hip width, keeping the upper body where it is, breathe in, breathe out, bring the knees to the right, keep the left shoulder down. Let it go there. Breathe in, breathing out over the other side. Keep the right shoulder down, the head centered, the knees over. Get that nice stretch. Hip coming across. And then bring the knees up. And you can get ready for Shavasana, so you can just lie down from there and just getting comfortable for your Shavasana. So make sure the head is centered, the chin down. Stretch out each leg carefully. Wiggle to get the lower back down. Just move down into the bottom, and then let the legs go, let the arms go. And getting comfortable so that you can be still. So now releasing from your hips right through to the ends of your toes. Don't forget the eyes are closed. Your senses are inwards to your own body. From your hips to the ends of your toes, letting go. From the ends of your toes up to your hips, heavy. Letting go. From your shoulders to your fingertips. Feel all the energy releasing. Allow the earth to support you. From the fingertips up to the shoulders. If you're really relaxing your fingers, you will find that they're curling in a little on their own. Palms are soft. The soles of your feet are soft. Release all your facial muscles, jaw, the tongue, the throat. throat becoming still, no words in your throat. Let them go. Let your eyes become still and sink down, moving gently into your heart center. In the corners of your eyes, release any expression, just let it go. Release your brain, let it go to the back of your head. Rest. Just give all your weight away to the earth. Starting to bring your attention back into your body. Move your hands and your feet a little. Hands and your feet a little bit. Place one foot on the mat and the other foot on the mat. Bend both knees into your chest. Roll over onto the right side. Support your head. Just take 2 good normal breaths. Push into your hands and come up and come to sitting on the block. Cross your legs, crossing them not the normal way, the other way. Taking a bit more balanced here. And put your hands in Namaste, under the breastbone. Just close your eyes for a moment just to center yourself. Eyes, Namaste. Cross the other way now. And don't forget, keep the hips moving. Slide off the sofa now and again onto your block. And do a little practice, even if it's sitting this way. Or try and get some bit more movement around the hips. And have a good week.